guys, welcome back. Happy Tuesday to you. This is Heather Hope with The Inspired Entrepreneur. Okay, so let me tell you I'm recording this. The last time I said I was recording, it was like the night before. It is now the night before again. So I'm recording this like Monday night because I have had a day. Remember, I said that I don't know how to function when it's overcast outside. And I usually don't even realize it until like late afternoon. And it's exactly what happened today. And it was another Monday that did that. Overcast. I literally don't know what to do with myself. It's the weirdest thing. And it's just, I swear it's because I'm a Phoenician. I am an Arizona Phoenix girl. And it is always sunny. Always. Let me know if you've ever been to Arizona. I don't know if I have any listeners who live in Arizona. Um, I don't even know if I have any friends left in Arizona to be honest, but it is always sunny. Like it's always sunny unless it's raining, and it rarely ever rains. So it's one of those things that when it's overcast, it's like what's going on? Like, is it going to rain? And it's been weird because it hasn't been raining. But we did get snow the other day. Did I mention that we got snow? I think I did the other day, whatever it was. It was last Monday. We got snow. Anyway, so the type of day I had today was let me just sum it up. I had to meditate twice today. That's all I'm going to say because that's where I was. So I finally woke up. Like I told my husband, I'm like, it was 3:30, 3:45 when I finally felt like I was like feeling good. I just wasn't feeling good today and didn't feel like doing anything. I was frustrated because it's Monday. It's the first day of the month. And I stayed up last night planning in my new planner for the week and for the month. And I was like, it was one of those really productive feeling times when I was excited to wake up the next day. I had things to do and I really wanted to do them. But then today came and I did not feel well. I did not physically feel well. So I rested. I did a little tiny bit of coloring. You know those adult coloring books? I have a couple of those on my table in the living room with some markers every so often. And I actually did it a few times this weekend, which is kind of cool. I'll just pull it up and I'll start coloring. And it's a really great distraction for me if I just need a timeout, basically. So I did a little bit of that today. And so anyway, so by mid-afternoon, I was feeling a lot better. But then here we are. It's 9:30 Monday night. So I hope you're having a great day. And my internet's been slow at night, which is really strange. It's just a weird thing. So if this is late in the morning, that's going to be why, because I might have to wake up early or wake up. I wake up early, but wake up in the morning and upload this. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. So I'm only going to do this today. Excuse the yawning. It's probably because I'm talking about whatever today. Okay, so let's jump into today, February 2nd, 2021. Did you check that was yesterday. It was 2/1/21. That was yesterday's date, or today for me. Okay, so today's a really good one because it is still what I do. Okay, so here it is. It's a little longer than usual. So my goals every single day are to feel good, really, really good, to be happy, to make sure I have fun. And when these are happening, I make more money with total ease. I have lots to share, lots to give. My attraction magnet is full on. So no matter where I am, good things are coming into my existence automatically. Make sure you are feeling really good. That's all that matters. Okay, I'm going to breathe now because I've been holding my breath. So this is, okay. So this evening while I was waiting for dinner, I was not sure what I was going to do because I have probably too many projects on my list. It's probably why I'm a little flustered today because I've got a lot of things that I want to get done. And then when I don't feel well, it's like it gets a little overwhelming because it's like I really want this stuff done. But so anyway, so I was like trying to figure out where I was going to start. It's like 5 o'clock today, and I'm like 5 p.m. I'm like, okay, where am I going to start? And so I was flipping through my notebook slash journal from the past 6, 7 months. I started in July in that notebook. And I started from the beginning. I just was flipping pages. I was just kind of like wondering what was in it. And I ran across the beginning of this book, this book that we're talking about here. By the way, this is a book, if you don't know. The Inspired Entrepreneur is a book that I wrote over the past, I'm going to say I wrote it over the past couple of years, but I published it end of November. And it is 366 days of inspiration. So it's basically daily law of attraction for your business. And so I had originally started writing this book in this notebook. And there's probably, I don't know, 100 days in there. And so I was just reading one by one by one. And guess what? It did. It helped me. And this happens every single time that I'm quote unquote a little lost. You know what I mean? Like those moments of like, I'm not sure what I'm going to do right now, or not sure what I'm going to do today. I'm not sure where I'm going to start, or I have no clue what the hell I'm doing. Moments like that. I end up, a lot of the time, I end up in my book. Usually it's either in the computer or in my notebook, something. And I'll read several days worth. And I swear this helps me every single time. And every single time I do that, I'm like, gosh, I love this book. It helps me so much. So that's why it's out there for you guys. So I was reading it, and it got me back into into the groove. And it got me inspired to work on something today. So I started working on something, and it was on my list. It was on my list. Actually, part of that was to do today, but, or this week anyway. And so I got caught up in that and then found out some information. So it took me in the right direction, and I'm working on it this evening. So I'm just saying, read my book. It is so helpful. When you're lost, when you just don't know what to do, flip to a random page, read it, read a few more because these are short. Read a few more, and I guarantee it will help you move in the direction you want to move into, because it does for me. Okay. So, yes. So looking back over the past 6, 7 months in this notebook, I was writing about focusing on my happiness. And this is probably the first time in my life that I have focused like primarily on my happiness, because forever. And by the way, I felt inspired yesterday to look for some planner stickers that I knew I had in my closet somewhere. So I'm pulling out all these boxes. They tape still on them from 2 years ago from moving. And I'm like going into these boxes. I'm like, oh my God, I was so tired after like 10 minutes of doing that. And so I found some old journals, and I read a few. A journal for me in the past was like 1 or 2 days I would write out of the year, like that's how much I didn't write. And so I'm reading this stuff, and oh my gosh, like night and day of who I am now. And so I threw out a lot of these finally, because I just, like, if I can remember how I felt yesterday, that's all that matters, because the contrast in my life made me who I am today. And who I am today is completely different than who I was 10 years ago and 20 and 30 years ago. completely different. And I am so grateful for for the events that led me to being who I am today. And I have to say one of the main things was my previous marriage that made me who I am today. And so for that, I am very grateful for that because I'm just a stronger, more confident, more just speak what I want and tell people. I'm very, I'm pretty assertive and, you know, just speak when and reading back in my journal entries, I would write. This is when I had depression. This is when I was clueless about what I was doing in my life, all these things. And there was a few times that I wrote, and I was really surprised to read these because I don't really remember that, which is great. This is why I don't want to carry these journals around forever because I don't want to remember that that used to be my life. So I'll talk about it now, and then that's about it. But writing about how I don't like how people treat me. I was very passive and very shy and just didn't speak up much. And people kind of took advantage of me or treated me like crap or, you know, whatever. I barely remember any of this. So that's good. Because the less you focus on something, the less you have memory of it. And if you don't focus at all for years, you will not have memories about it. Like, it's like they're gone. And that's a good thing. It's really good not to remember this stuff. Because once you remember it, you could ruminate on it and you can think about it and you can you can have feelings about it again. And then like you could become that person again because whatever you focus on, you become. So reading this, I was just like, really? Wow. And it just completely different person. And I am so happy I'm this person now. And just knowing where I'm going. Like I had so many, you know, of these journal entries of like, I'm not sure what, I have no clue what I'm doing in my life and just no motivation, no inspiration, no, basically just nothing. I was in college at that time, but like just feeling like crap. So I'm really happy that life is like this now. But so for the past 6 months or so, I've been focusing on my happiness. So for many years prior to that, I was focused on making money and having a career and working and like all of that stuff. I was so hyper focused and having a lot of feelings, emotions around that. A lot of I've always had this feeling of angst. I think it's angst, like slight anxiety or not anxiety, but like pressure or I'm not sure how to describe it, but I woke up like this. It's not anxiety, it's not stress because I got rid of that a while back. But I would wake up like I don't know how to explain it. Maybe it'll come to me, but these days I've been doing this money journal thing, and I'd like to put one together myself, but of focusing on, you know, of course, all the books out there are talking about gratefulness or gratitude, right? And I just crossed it off and used thankfulness or appreciation. But looking at what I have now, because I'm always looking at what I want. And when I really when I really take a look at what I currently have, and I did this a couple of weeks ago, like really like just sat still and looked at everything I have right now. You know what I realized? I realized I have everything now. Everything that I want, I already have. Like in its essence or realness. And it really took that edge. I'm going to say an edge, that edginess feeling of just wanting more, wanting what you want, right? And it doesn't go away. It's just like, it's like a weird feeling. And I've had it for a long time. I don't have it anymore. And because I realize I have everything now. And it's kind of like that, that feeling of gratitude, but that feeling of appreciation, the feeling of thankfulness, like, holy crap. Like, no, I actually have it now. Everything I want, I have. Does that make sense? And and it gave me this sense of calmness and this, like, this isn't a race. It's kind of how I felt for a long time. That like like not a race, but like I cannot wait to get what I want. Kind of like that feeling. Like I can't wait. Oh my gosh, And I know a lot of people can relate to that, but and I've eased it over time, but now I'm focused so much on how I feel. Do I feel good? Do I feel happy? Am I doing things that are fun? Am I focused on feeling good? So the other day, maybe it was yesterday, I don't know. Yeah, it was one of the last 2 days. At the very end of the podcast, I talked about how one of the reasons why I stopped, quote unquote, kind of dieting, like I don't track points anymore on Weight Watchers, is because, and I don't want to do any restrictive dieting anymore because life is now. I don't know how long I have in the physical world. And I don't want to spend my time any longer doing things I don't want to do. And that includes restricting food that I love. I'm not tolerating that anymore. So for the longest time, I've had this desire that I want to eat anything I want and still lose weight. Because I know that whatever belief system I can tack on and believe will be true. It takes time, guys. It takes time. I'm going to say it takes months of working on, like what I've been saying, massaging the new belief in over time. None of this happens overnight because belief systems, if you have a belief system that you have to cut carbs, and like I used to until just more recently, then that's your belief system. And you can't go from, well, I have to restrict my carbs to whatever amount to, okay, I can eat anything I want and still lose weight. Like it doesn't happen overnight. That belief has to really change. It takes a bit of time. So, but time passes, and over time you'll realize how those beliefs don't affect you much anymore. So that was one of the things. I no longer want to diet. I no longer, I want to enjoy my life. I want to enjoy food. Now, I'm not saying I eat everything. I don't. There's a lot of things I just don't eat. Like I can appreciate them from afar. I can smell them. I can look at them. I can appreciate them that way. But there's some things I'm just not eating yet, and I'm okay with that. Like, it's always kind of been that way. But overall, I am, over time allowing my body to be in alignment with my beliefs, like my new beliefs. And yeah, I'm here to have fun. I'm here to enjoy life. And I think of that daily now of enjoy life. I don't know how much, I don't know how long. And this, this whole, I've actually, the last few days, this last week, I've come across 2 stories of people, going to non-physical at the age of like 45. And, or was it, well, one was 45, but it was many years ago. But this other woman, her husband died, died. I don't know how old he is. I don't know why I said 45, but just unexpectedly had a heart attack right in front of her and was gone. She's 34 with 3 kids, no income, nothing like that. And it happened the day after Christmas. And the story came up on YouTube. She's a YouTuber. And just listening to her, you know me, I don't get into people's stories much anymore. This found me somehow. I don't know why. And it's a tiny bit bothers me because she's like, you just don't know when your life is going to completely change, and it can change in an instant flash. And that made me really think. And I'm trying not to think too much about it because it freaks me out a little bit about like our spouses, and so I've had a little bit more worry. No, more. I haven't worried about anything up until I hear that story. You know what I mean? Like, this is what happens when you hear people's stories. You start getting fearful, and it's like, I don't want to, but so I've turned it into appreciation. So since I've heard that story, I am absolutely appreciating my husband a million times more. So I like that aspect of it. I don't like the fear part of it, of course. Like, I don't want this to change. So, of course. And so anyway, um, so, my new planner that I got last week, there's some sections in there of like, life balance. What are you going to do in romance? What are you going to do in health? What are you going to do, each week? And I got on board with it last night when I was doing some planning for the week. And one of the things for like romance and relationships, I suppose, so we'll just say romance, love and romance or something, I said, do one sweet thing a day for him. And so I was liking this because it's putting it in front of me to remind me, because of my focus is so much on work, because I don't have kids, I don't have like anything else to do, so I'm always thinking about work. I enjoy it. That's the reason. And so I like these little categories because it's right in front of me, and I'm like, oh yeah. So yesterday I made him breakfast, which I normally don't do because he normally doesn't eat breakfast. So I made him a egg and cheese burrito, and with sriracha sauce on the top, I wrote, I love you. And I made him eat breakfast. I felt really inspired to make him breakfast. I make my breakfast every morning, and sometimes he's here, sometimes he's not, but he was here yesterday. And I went back to his office and I'm like, do you want breakfast? Do you want me to cook you breakfast? He's like, no, 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 no. And I was just like almost adamant of like, are you sure? I really, like, I don't ask unless I really want to. That's me. I don't ask unless I really want to. As he's not a breakfast person. He will eat it, but he doesn't. But he's like, yeah, that sounds good. So I told him. He told me what he wanted, so I made it. And my specialty in life, in like food, like I don't cook. I can cook. 100% I can cook. I don't think cooking's hard. I don't think it's difficult. I just choose not to. But my biggest specialty of all foods is eggs. I'm really good at cooking eggs. I'm not going to say any kind because I don't cook all of them, but I'm really good at cooking eggs. And so he came out and said, that was so good. That was like perfect. Your eggs are perfect. I'm like, really? You're not saying that, are you? And he's like, no. I'm like, cool. Anyway, so I'm focused on feeling good and enjoying life every day. That's what I'm focused on. The work, all the things that I'm doing and being inspired to do, all the books I want to write, all the businesses I'm starting, all these things is really for things to do. Like things that interest me a lot to do. Does that make sense? Things that interest me a lot. Things to do to fill up my time. There's a lot of time in the day. Lots of time. So that's like the stuff that keeps me occupied, that I have an interest in. But, like today, when I was trying to get myself to do something, I was sitting at my desk And I was looking at my papers and my planner and everything, and I'm just like so not into this today. And I'm like, Jesus, this sucks because I really wanted to be into it. But I had like cramps, I was not feeling well. And so I ran across this Abraham quote, and one of them was one said, and this really, I don't know what it said, but it said something like, and this really cool thing happened. She went to sleep. It was like, she took a nap. And I'm like, oh, a nap. That's probably what I need. Because napping is like a reboot. You know, like when you restart something, electronics, a phone, a computer, whatever it is, you restart it. It's the same thing for us. So if you're feeling moody, just like little toddlers, right? When you're feeling moody, take a nap because it's like a reboot. It's a restart. You start over. So I was like, okay, that's it. I need to go. And I have been for the past week solid getting up in the morning and meditating every single morning for the past week. And that's really good for me every single day. So I'm tracking it on my, habit tracker on my new planner. And so that's very cool. And so I do that first thing in the morning, take like an hour. I take about an hour in the morning. I listen to some Abrahams. I watch maybe something else. And what I do, because I don't like timers, because I don't like the buzz and it puts me on edge while I'm trying to relax. What I discovered to do this week was turn on one of my relaxing music on YouTube, one of the videos, and scroll from the end of it back to however long I want the music to play. So like 20 to 30 minutes. So say 20 minutes, I'll rewind it back from the end for 20 minutes. So I know that when the music stops, that time is up. So it's up to me whether or not I want to continue meditating or relaxing. And there's no major disruption from a stupid alarm. I thought that was genius, but okay. So I've been doing that. And so anyway, so my second meditation today, I think it was another hour. I think it was. And sometimes I'm not meditating. I'm just like relaxed and just chilling. And I call that's good enough. If I can chill, relax, and not think a whole lot, that's really good. So because I've reduced my level of resistance a lot over the last few months, like a lot. It's very noticeable how much less resistance I have. So, and it demonstrates in my life with things that I'm manifesting. So, so I did another hour of relaxing / meditation. And then I went to go pick up Roger. And that's when I felt alive again. I was just like, yes, that's what I needed right there. So yeah, there you go. So my goal every day is to feel good, enjoy life, period. And then everything else is like cherry on top, really. Okay, guys, I'm going to go because I need to go grab my water and my mouse doesn't work. Why is my mouse not working? That's odd. Oh no. Okay. So I will be back tomorrow. Have an amazing rest of your day and take care. Bye. Welcome back to The Inspired Entrepreneur with Heather Hope.